Yo.
Yo.
What's good?
So I kind of.
Okay,
I mean,
you
you speak, Vince. It's okay. Sorry.
Okay, so basically, let me just turn off this radio real quick. Basically, I was made aware, like, through the radio that, like, people are going to be drivers for meth runs, which I'm fine with. I don't give a fuck. But when it comes to meth, from my understanding, me and Patar were the people that were kind of in charge of it. And for a while, I had to, like, stop with that shit because I got placed in a fuckload of debt. And I feel like a lot of those decisions are now being made by other people. And I don't want to just drop this, like, thing that I've been babying for such a long fucking time and that I've, like, helped establish just out of the fact that I've had to, like, be busy
Even
fucking paying off debt.
My counter to that is everyone else paid that debt too, you know?
Yeah, but I was, like, okay, so so what I'm saying is that I've paid off all of this debt except the little bit that I owe to Tommy, and I refuse to have that, like I'm okay. Look, the thing is, I'm okay with whoever the fuck wants to do meth runs doing meth runs. I don't need to be on the meth run. But the fact of the matter is like, I want to still have that ability to be able to make decisions on the meth shit, like, and things to go past me and not just, like, completely be cast aside. Because that was the thing that I helped build the foundations for, and everything from that has then, you know, everyone's put in different amounts of work and people have built it to be what it is now.
Yeah.
And I appreciate the fuck out of everybody, but the meth is kind of the one thing that I've had in this gang that I've had a positive influence over for the longest time, and I don't want to lose that.
I mean, the thing is, times change, right? And recently you haven't been putting in the work. So once you start showing me and Patar that you can put in the work again, then you'll get that back.
Okay, so tell me this though, right?
Matt is awake until 3 p.m. until about 4 a.m. cooking every fucking hour. Same with Patar.
Yeah, no, I hear that.
You know what I'm saying?
I hear that. And what I'm saying is I'm not necessarily asking to be on these fucking runs and stuff. Like,
I mean, everyone's gonna get that opportunity on the runs anyway, right? We've got two dedicated drivers.
I hear that. What I'm saying is the fact that the meth is something that I've worked on for months and months and months, and because what I've had, like, the last month of paying off debt, I'm gonna lose it because I haven't been able to do stuff. Like,
that's on you,
kind
brother.
of a slap on the face.
It's not losing. This should be, if anything, this should be a reality check. Like, shit, I'm gonna lose, like, meth game. So then that should push you to want to work hard to get back into it. If you want to be involved in it, Vince, then put the work and effort into it. Otherwise, people will overtake.
So what I'm saying is I've put the work and effort in, and it's not something that I'm gonna sit back.
We're talking about the past.
It's not something. Wait, no, but listen, it's not something that I'm gonna sit back and just, like, not do anything and just stand back and be the person who pulls the strings.
No one's asking you to sit back.
That's not what I want. Well, like, I want to be involved in that shit. I've just, unfortunately, over the last month, had to put, like, a lot of the gang shit to the side because I've had to pay off all the debt. Right?
I think, and correct me if I'm wrong,
that's not really true. You could be doing this, everything you've been doing with us to make money. I've made 600k in 3 days doing it. So if you were doing weed runs with the boys and boosting with the boys, you would have made the same amount of money, bro. I just feel like you've got complacent, and that's fine. It happens to everybody. I do it too. Everyone does it. But I'm not saying you can't be back on top of this whole meth thing. I'm saying once you earn your spot back on it, then you can get it. It's whoever puts in the most work. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
There's 18 members in the group now.
I hear that for sure. Right. The thing is from the beginning, I've been working on this fucking meth shit. That
was when there was, what, 7 members?
That's completely opposite the point.
I think
that's not opposite the point.
What I'm saying is that someone who's been in the gang for a long fucking time and has worked incredibly fucking hard from the very beginning up until recently, where I've had to slow down quite a bit on the meth game, being it stripped because I couldn't do shit for, like. So
do you think you being on it for the longest and, like, the start makes you entitled?
I don't think it makes me entitled, but I think it at least entitles me to the fact that I could be told about this shit without it just being stripped away.
You weren't around to talk about it, type thing. Like, I haven't even.
That's not true.
I think the thing is, like, let's use a snowball for example, right? You stop rolling that snowball, underneath the sun, it'll melt away. So if you keep that snowball rolling, so do you. You don't get left behind, per se, you know?
Vince, I'm not
but
saying...
second that snowball... You so just keep that snowball rolling again. Show to Adam and I that you deserve that, like, you know, spot again, and, you know...
Yeah, exactly.
He's not saying you can't have that spot again. As of right now, we're just taking care of it right now until you get that ball rolling again.
Like, it's like, think of it like Matt and Patar are like nannies. You know what they call babysitters. They're looking after your baby while you're not there. And then once you're on your way back, you can have the baby back, bro. It's just about owning your right on it. See what I'm saying?
Right, and I okay, look, I see that, and I'm gonna put in fucking work still, right? It's gonna fucking happen.
There we go.
In the sense
and that's what we want to see, you know?
Yeah, and one thing I'm gonna say though about that whole point though is, like, if someone has a baby and they're fucking babysitting it, when they come back, they get the baby back, right?
You weren't feeding your
that's
baby.
literally what I said.
I was feeding my baby. I fed my baby for a long time, and then...
Yeah, and then you abandoned the baby. Like, you abandoned the baby, so what do you expect? Someone else came and picked it up. RSPCA,
right, you know what? Okay. RSPCA is for animals.
Yeah, I know, that's the joke.
Okay. Yeah, okay, no,
you see what I'm saying?
You know, no, I see what you're saying. You know, fuck it.
It's in
like
right
Vince,
now,
it's not like we want anything against you. I want you to be in control of the meth.
Okay, look, I'm completely fine with this. That's cool. All right.
What did you even hear? You must have not heard me on the radio because I made it.
No, my radio was on. My radio was.
So where did you hear this from then?
Channel. I got told.
By who?
People that were on the radio. I'm not gonna like.
So you can't even tell me who told you.
Okay, Marie told me. Right?
Okay, well, if you were on the radio, what I said was, right, listen, we have 2 drivers for the meth run. It's going to be Jay and Tommy Cruiser because they can feed comms and give comms whilst driving at the same time, right?
Yeah.
And they are great drivers, probably the best we have in the squad, right? And I also said they cannot be on the job at the same time. It's going to be 2 different crews. And we are going to rotate people around. And when people, like, on their spots on the job, they can get on the job, so everyone can be on the job.
Yeah,
there's 18 members in the group now, right? Which means not everyone's gonna be happy, and it means people will take over. People will have that motivation to do better than somebody else, and those are the people that will rise. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I hear that, and I'm completely fine with this, to be honest, right? I'm okay because I'm gonna put in the fucking work and I'm getting back on the fucking tippy top. That's how it's gonna be. But one thing I will say, which I would appreciate, and I think anyone in the future deserves the right, is that if they are in control of something and they have to, whatever reason, step to the side, at least tell them, right? Give them the courtesy, the respect to just tell them, because I mean, that in a sense pissed me the fuck off. I'm gonna be honest. I mean,
I thought you knew, and it kind of was obvious because you weren't really doing anything on it.
Well, I don't think I think if decisions are being made about something that someone's in control of, you should at least tell them, right? That's just my opinion on it. Whether you do or don't is up to you. I just think there's someone who's been who is a changed member of the Mandem, right? And has been for a while, deserves at least that tiny little bit of respect to just be told.
I honestly don't think the chain matters, though.
I think it's about who puts in the work, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Did I not put in any work to do?
No, but that's
you're talking about the past, though, Vince. We're talking about now. Like, you shouldn't feel entitled because you have a chain, the other boys don't, you know? If they're willing to put in the work, then they'll take the spot. And then they'll own their chain from that.
What I'm saying is, it's like the person who invented the wheel, right? They still have, everyone knows they invented the fucking wheel, and they respect it, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But then they die on going to a history book, you know?
They
stay in the history books, unless they do more.
Yeah, and in the history is, Vince was in control of the meth, and now he no longer is.
Okay.
Will he work back up and control it again? Who knows? Find out in the next episode of Vince Watson Meth Runs. You see what I'm saying?
Okay. No, that's fine.
Okay, I'm not trying to disrespect you, Vince. As soon as you show us that you put in the work and trying to do better, like, the way we're doing things now is that if people feel left out,
I understand.
It's not even that. Like, you're still able to have fun and do what you want to do in our whole SPS shit. You know what I'm saying? We're still going to do jiggity studios. We're still going to fuck around. We're still gonna have fun. When it comes to shit like meth runs, weed runs, pushing, fucking banks and stuff, the people that are gonna be on those jobs are gonna be the people that are on there right there, which then is gonna encourage people to go out their way and do and be better. And there's 18 people in this gang now, Vince, meaning not everyone's gonna be on a job.
Yeah, no, I hear that. all this conversation was just to establish what your guys' opinions were, because I was getting a fuckload of mixed signals from Patar, and I don't mean to like call you out on that. Patar, I was getting a lot of mixed signals, but I just wanted to establish that. I've got it established. That's fine. I know what I'm gonna do for the future, so that's all good.
No, it's using the Heisenberg analogy, you know, like, hey, Heisenberg's dead now. Yes, he continued the meth.
Mm-hmm.
But can Heisenberg resurrect? Knows,
okay.
Man.
I bet. Well, that's all I wanted to cover.
Hey, easy, bro. Like, we're not trying to like push you out or anything. Like, you put in the work, just, you do the thing. You know what I'm saying?
I know. I bet. Okay, right, that's all good. I appreciate you guys.
Appreciate you.
All right, I'll talk to you in a bit.
Bunda.
Easy.
So one thing about you talking to Cruiser out there, whenever we're chatting to people,
yeah,
regardless if I agree with you or disagree with you, I'm gonna 100% back you. You know, that conversation, whatever you say, go. If I have a different opinion, I'll talk to you later. You know, but
yeah,
with Tommy,
I just feel like
if the boys go crying to Tommy or this or that,
I'm trying my best.
I have your back. You know. And I think that will mean a shit ton to Tommy, where it's like, okay, if Patar is saying this, regardless what the boys are saying, they're just being salty. So I say don't worry about that, because at the end of the day, if someone's saying like talking shit, I'll go to Tommy and tell him, you know, set it straight. So don't worry about this person being like, well, let's use Vince for not Vince. Let's use Keith for example.
Yeah.
Keith was left out of the meth run. He goes to Tommy being like, Adam's not letting me do anything. He doesn't want me to be a part of the group. This and that.
A quick one.
Yeah?
I'm my table.
You want your table?
Yeah.
The thing is, right now, me and Matt are cooking like crazy.
Did you buy the table? Vince?
No, that's the Mandem one, right?
It came out the Mandem.
Yeah.
I mean,
what about Marie's table? Because I'm pretty sure I got given back, no?
Yeah, I have that still.
Okay.
Dean's just holding it for storage. I don't know what he wants to do it with.
I mean, so what is it exactly you want to do, Vince?
Well, the thing is, if I'm gonna need to put in work on the meth shit, then I'm gonna fucking do everything, right? At least a slice of everything, right?
I'm not trying to sound like a dick, but I don't think you'll be able to do it as good as Matt and Patar for the simple fact that you're not around as much, and they are, so they can pump out more bags type thing. The whole cooking aspect.
Okay, so if the cooking aspect is off the table,
you want a driving aspect on meth runs.
Well, I can do a driving aspect, but what I'm aiming to do is to get back into that position where I'm able to make decisions on the thing that I worked so hard to make.
Okay, so what type of decisions would you like to make?
I just want to be at the fucking table when decisions are made for that meth. That's it.
Weren't you in charge of like pushing?
Yeah, I am. Yeah, or was.
And like teaching people how to push and go through your course and everything.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you can still do that. You know, but I don't think it would leave you like in charge of the whole meth thing. I think the whole meth thing is Patar's lane, you know, and like whoever like is like under him for the meantime, like Matt, you know. And if Matt falls off, then another cook type thing.
Well, I guess from my understanding from that then is like Patar told me that he doesn't really see himself as in charge of the meth thing.
Yeah, but that's just
because I see it as more as me and Adam now, because you know as times change, because that was the past. Yeah, but I was like in charge, but now I see it as like a me and Adam thing, because you know things change. Now we have a second and first.
Okay, so you're just giving me more like mixed.
No. Like I don't see myself because I see both of us now. Like you know whatever me and Adam decide.
No, yeah,
that's what it is. I don't see myself solely. You know, like I'm not gonna tell Adam. No, I don't want this person on the method, so I don't see myself as it, but I see it now as a. Yeah, I see it as a. You know.
He sees it as me. I see it as him. No.
Okay.
As in, it's the same with weed, right? Like, if anything happens with weed, it might be Elz's lane, but me and Patar like have the say over it, right?
Okay.
Like for example, the warehouse, you know, that was a me and Adam decision at the end.
Yeah, and then
regardless if Eli wanted it or not, you know.
Yeah. But then the whole cooking on a table thing, I don't think you need to prove yourself in that aspect because Matt and Patar had that on lock, right? I don't think anyone could do as much as them. But if you wanna be involved in like the meth run to be the driver, then you just gotta get started. You know, get on your grind on like fucking driving again, bro. Fucking racing, doing weed runs, helping the boys, picking up the boys. You know, showing your wealth in driving, and you'll be. I mean, improvement coming because half the time, Vince, your comms is the thing that lets you down. You say half the time I'm good, and then you're not good, you know. And it needs to be constant flow of comms. I'm here, taking a right here, left here, right here, just calm, cool, and collected. You know what I'm saying?
Right. But I think as well is you've got to realize is that still has been happening. And the last couple of the last time where I got caught, I had passengers that were giving comms anyway because that's what they were told to do, right? It wasn't
yeah. Well, I mean, well, of course, but
so like I'm still doing all of that, and I don't need that to be like shadowed because that is still happening.
It's not shadowed. I'm just saying you're not perfect. Nobody's perfect, right? You have stuff to improve on.
Yeah.
You know, you're still a good driver, but you've kind of like fell off in that department, right?
In what sense? You gotta elaborate on that one.
Like, there's people that, you know, are overtaking you in terms of the driving aspect because they sit there and they push themselves to be better at it.
Yeah, and I think so. The thing is, though, is that so do I. I think it's just the fact that I've been more focused on other things recently, and therefore you haven't been able to see as much of me driving. So I don't necessarily think
I think it's the fact that you just said you've been focused on other things, which means
because I've had to.
Yeah, exactly. And because of that, people have overtaken you, no? Which means you have to work your way back up again.
Okay.
And it's, you know, and if you want to do this VPA, Vince's Pushing Academy, then, you know, I'm sure we can give that to you now, and you can run the whole pushing thing. But not really anyone really pushes blue like that anymore. It's mainly green to get the ramp up for weed runs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I hear that.
So I'd think if you want to be involved in the meth game, it'd be pushing yourself to be a better driver and communicator. Because at the minute, I don't see anybody taking over Jay or Tommy Cruiser because of the simple fact that they're both unreal drivers and that they can listen to comms whilst giving comms at the same time and drive, you know. And if you work and you work on that, Vince, and you show to the group and the gang that you can do that, then 100% you'll be our fucking driver. You know what I'm saying?
No, I hear that.
Like, just use me for example, Vince. I cook a nice portion of these bags, but I'm not on the run. I need to work on my comms, I need to work on my driving. That's why I've been racing a lot more, looking at road names, learning road. Last time I was in a chase, I screamed out, road name.
Yeah, bro. No, I hear that. No, that's so good, bro. That's so good. Yeah.
Just
I think it's good there is clarify this. I just kind of wanted stuff to be a little bit more clarified and understood.
No, and whenever you need shit like that, you come to Adam and I, and we'll have a chat with you, you know?
It's just the fact that what we're doing is we're just going to take the people that are putting in the work.
I hear that.
But if those people are not around, you know, we're still going to rotate people and make everyone feel involved, you know? Which is why, I really wanted Jay and Winston to see the hack in the car after the bank, you know, to maybe give them some shit to do. It's just making sure everyone's involved. But with 18 members, not everyone's going to be happy.
I hear that. Okay, I bet.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll leave you boys to talk about whatever you're talking about. I just wanted to clarify shit. Okay?
Yeah, easy.
Alright, yeah, my guys. Alright, I'll talk to you in a little bit.
No worries, man.
Not gonna lie, I can't remember what I was. Oh, if someone goes to Tommy and starts talking shit because they got the brush smacked across their face, you know, I'll go tell Tommy otherwise, and then boom, it was this. They're salty about this. Boom. So don't worry about looking bad in Tommy's eyes. In my opinion, if we look bad in Tommy's eyes, it's better because it shows that we're putting our foot down, you know?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
All right, good shit, Patar. I appreciate it. Thank you, man. I'm just trying my best, you know. I just want to make sure everyone's involved and that we're moving militant. And you know,
the thing is tough when we have 18 people now, and like the thing is, a lot of us got complacent. Even me, like, you know, I should have worked on racing and road names a while back, you know.
Yeah, but you're doing it now, and that's what matters, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I appreciate you.
No, you keep doing what you're doing. You're killing it, and go crazy, you know.
Yeah, I appreciate you. You're doing the same, bro. Honestly. It's nice to see you, like, you know, step up and be more strict, you know?
Yeah.
Because I feel like sometimes people see you as, like, the nice guy, right? Like,
yeah,
if you
like
be a bit more strict,
you know?
Yeah, exactly. And it's, you know.
One thing I'm doing now is anyone that's boosting, They need to have their own laptop because no more borrowing this and that.
Say less, I'll enforce that too.
Break my taillight.
Oh, yeah.
Break it.
Yeah. Forward little cap, ratatata. Make me mad and you'll see.
And I break your knee.
Got my stick when we spray your block.
I told you, don't break my taillight.